Good day and welcome to Humanities 1301. This will be a brief welcome and just sort of an introduction to how the course is set up. Hopefully you've already been looking at some of the details. I just wanted to give a brief welcome. My name is James Reed. I am the instructor. I am located on the Athens campus at the Gibbs building, the academic building. My office is 230. That's the second floor. It lists here that on Monday and Wednesdays I'll be in my office from 1 to 3. I'm actually there earlier. I get there about 12:05, 12:15 on Mondays and Wednesdays, so I'm there till about 3:30. But I put 1 to 3 as giving 2 hours on those days, so a total of 4 hours. They're basically dedicated just to your class in case you need to contact me about anything. So hopefully that you have been looking at the Start Here module and going through all the details here. The links are supposed to be working here. There were a couple that had some issues. We're going to see if this will open this time to where it's supposed to go. Yes, it did. So these are the modules. You also can access this by going over here and clicking on modules, and that'll take you to it as well. I'm going to collapse all these for right now. You'll see if the modules are set up with a Student Success Agreement, which is fairly new for us, as being the first one that you need to do. And then everything else you'll see has a prerequisite of your completing this as you move through the textbook, the Start Here module, and Unit 1. And then after you get to Unit 1, then the other units always have the preceding unit as being necessary to be complete before you can move on. So there's a system and an order to how you're going through it. The Student Success Agreement is a very simple click, click, click situation. It's something that is required. You need to make sure that you have done this. It does not take long. You click here, and it opens, and I'll show you the preview of it since I'm not in the student view. And all you do is click here and click there. This is necessary for you to do because for reporting purposes to government, we have to indicate that you have attended the course, and by clicking on this success agreement, it does show that it is counting as attending in this particular course. So please make sure you've done that. Again, it does not take long to do. So just a very simple click and a click to do. The textbook and material, one aspect of the course is it's not an inclusive access course. You do have to buy a textbook. The textbook is a 2-volume book called Culture and Values. It's the 9th edition. If you buy from our bookstore, you will get a loose leaf version of the textbook, and then you'll also get a card which will have a code on the inside that will allow you to access the ebook. You have to scrape off the silver, it gives a number, and then you will use that to access it. If you do not want to buy from our bookstore, you can buy it elsewhere. One of the places to go to is Cengage, and you can purchase the ebook from them. If you do have issues with Cengage, such as when you put in the access code for the ebook, something happens. This is all I can tell you to do is go to Cengage right here. That will help you to get that problem worked out. Or at least they should be able to help you too. So when we look at this, the Cengage representative sent me this saying, "Oh, this will be easy for your students to help them to register with their card." And so I put the link in here. As I told him, it did not seem that easy to me, but it's a number of steps. When you click on it, you go to Mind tab, because that's what we're using. Then you go to Canvas, which is what we use. No, it's not included in your tuition. And so then it walks you through how to access your materials. It's not as easy of a process as I was told it would be, but it's one way of doing it. The other way of doing that is to click here, and I'll get back to that in just a moment, and that takes you to Cengage. But for right now, I want to show you one issue that can happen. If you are looking at the textbook, and here's Unit 1, and I have under the overview, and all the units are set in the same way. There's always an overview of the chapter or chapters with some information and details. The learning outcomes for the course in general and for the particular chapter or chapters in discussion. Then I have the reading assignments and any other required assignments listed. So if you click on this right now, and you get this something went wrong, and it says you're logged out. Don't panic. You can click here and log back into Cengage, or, and don't ask me why this happens, you can go, before you go to any particular unit, if you simply go here and click on this is the course that is linked to Cengage, and you click here, you will see that it is loading the content for Cengage, and you'll see Cengage single sign-on, and it opens up the textbook, and here are all the chapters. Now I can close this, go back, and now if I go to Unit 1 and click on Chapter 1, you'll notice it's gone to Cengage, and there's Chapter 1 getting ready to appear, and it will in just a moment. It takes a little while to load the material, the images and the text, so it can take a little while for this to load, but it does eventually load. I promise you. There it is. Let's go to the preview. And so there you go. It works that way. I'm not sure why I did that. It just does. But when you go here for the first time, if you click on this, and then you click here, it will take you to Cengage. It'll ask you to register. And that's when you have to type in that code that you have. So, again, I'm not sure why the chapter designations don't work as they used to, but that's just a way around it. In the Start Here module, you'll see a welcome. I'll be posting this video here as well. Again, some of this is redundant because on the home page, I offered you a welcome and I let you know who I am. So here we go again. There it is. And so again, it's a little repetitive information. You do have the syllabus highlights, communication. You can either click here or click here to access the syllabus. It's also downloaded here for you to be able to look at. Moving back, you'll see also the course schedule, which breaks it down into the 16 weeks. Basically, it's 15, and it shows you what it is at each week. So this first week, you're going through Chapter 1, and you have a reading quiz due. Next week, we cover 2 chapters, and I'll be posting videos. I have some previously recorded videos already posted, in case you want to get ahead, but I will be posting some videos in which I go through the chapters for you. By the end of week 4, you have your first exam, which will cover the first 4 chapters, which are covered in week 1, 2, and 3. So in week 4, we're looking at chapter 5, and you have an exam due by that week. So again, you'll see how it's laid out that way for you in the course schedule. The other details, requirements, how to study for the course, what you need to do, steps you can do to help yourself be better prepared. We have some details there. You have a major essay that will be turned in later this semester, and this explains how to submit an essay to turn it in from Canvas. I'll be talking about that later as we get closer to the essay. This tells you then how to locate feedback once the essays have been submitted to mark. This explains how to find those marks and comments that have been made on your essay. And so you have these details here that you can look at. Then the units are all set up, as I said, in a very similar fashion, always an overview. If I have slide presentations or lecture videos, they get posted underneath this heading. The reading is again mentioned, and again this just shows you. Again, I'll just click on it, and it'll take you to the textbook. There we go. And so I have that set up for you in that way. And then likewise, you have additional materials, supplemental materials that I give to you. You have some details about the cave paintings in France, the Lecaux page, and the Chauvet's cave. I have additional information. I have other details about Gilgamesh, That's mentioned in Chapter 1. Details about Egypt also for you. So every chapter is set up similarly. You'll see again overview. In the overview for chapters 2 and 3, I have some details about Greek civilization. That's what chapter 2 and chapter 3 focus on. And then I have the outcomes, learning outcomes that you're expected to do, the links to the readings, links to flashcards, and then if there's some sort of assignment, what you're expected to do there. So everyone is set up that way. And again, when you look at here, I have the slide presentations from the textbook set up for you. I have the reading quiz is here, and additional details about ancient Greece, which shows you some information. And this gives you a website to go to. It's really a very useful website. Seeing the page is not found now. Hold on, I'll have to. Here we go. There. For some reason, the link didn't work. Let me fix that very quickly. It doesn't take long. For some reason, the link seemed to have ended. I'll just fix it for us, making sure we have this. Remove link and insert link. This is how all this gets done. There we go. And so that should work now. I just want to make sure, because it was working previously. I just want to make sure that it's working again. Yes, now it is. And you'll see it has history and culture, archaeological sites, museums, art and architecture, mythology. It's just a wonderful website to look at if you want to know more about Greece. And then likewise, the Yale series over ancient Greece. It's a 24-hour record. Actually, 24 individual lectures, 1 hour long. So 24 hours, but it has some very interesting details. Again, every chapter then is set up the same way. Every unit is set up the same way. Sometimes, as I noted, it'll be 2 chapters. Sometimes it's just 1 chapter. Again, here's the details set up that way. And you'll see how everyone is set up. When you get to Unit 5, and you look at the overview, again, show you the details about what's covered in the Chapter 5, the preview in this, and then tell you your required assignment is your first major exam. When you come here to first major exam, under the assignments, it tells you where it's located under the exam module. And so you will go here to the exam module, and there's the exam. And so it's set up in that way for you to be able to go to. So this is how the class is set up. Hope you'll be able to go through with a textbook. If you get the ebook, when you're getting ready to take a reading quiz, open up the chapter or chapters for the reading quiz in tabs, and then open up the reading quiz. I do not mind you using referencing the textbook, going to it to check for your answer. I want you to be familiar with the material. Likewise, when you're taking an exam, open up those 4 chapters in individual tabs, and then go back and open up the exam. And so you can consult the book when you're taking your test. I want you to be successful in the course. I want you to do well, but I also want you actually to become familiar with all this material to learn about humanities. And so I'm looking forward to a good semester. I hope everything will go well. And again, I will be offering a lecture. And if you'll notice under this one, I do not have a lecture video for Unit 1. I'll be doing one for Chapter 1 shortly. All right, well, I hope that you're having a good opening to your semester. And I'll be posting this, and I'll post it as an announcement. And I'll also post it under the Start Here module right underneath the welcome. So, again, welcome to the course, and I'm looking forward to a good semester.